In a small mountain village, far from the hustle and bustle of the modern world, lived an elderly monk named Satoru. His face was lined with wrinkles, but his gaze radiated a deep calm, the same calm that could be found in the tranquil waters of the river that ran through the monastery. Satoru was known for his wisdom and his ability to transform every moment of the day into an opportunity for reflection and gratitude. If you are interested in discovering how every daily gesture can be transformed into a practice of mindfulness, continue reading and immerse yourself in Satoru's wisdom. One day, a young monk, Haru, came to the monastery in search of answers. Haru was tormented by his inability to find balance and peace. Even though he practiced daily meditation, he felt like there was something missing in his life, a void that he couldn't fill. Before you continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this, full of inspiration and wisdom. "Satoru," Haru asked one evening as they sat in the garden, "how can I find inner peace? I have followed all the practices, but I still feel a deep restlessness." Satoru smiled gently, his face illuminated by the warm light of the sunset. "Peace, Haru, is not found only in meditation. Every aspect of our lives can be an act of awareness. Even the simple act of eating can be a path to enlightenment." Haru looked at him puzzled. "Eating? How can food bring inner peace?" Satoru slowly stood up and motioned for Haru to follow him. He led him toward the small vegetable garden he had devotedly tended for years. "You see, Haru, this garden is like our life. Every plant needs attention, water, light, and care. If we neglect one of these needs, the plant will not flourish. The same goes for us. The mind and body are deeply connected, and nourishing ourselves with awareness is an integral part of our spiritual path." Have you ever thought about how food can be part of your spiritual growth? Leave us a comment with your thoughts. Satoru bent down and picked up a handful of blueberries. Take these blueberries, for example. They look small and insignificant, but inside they contain the ability to heal and protect our bodies. The antioxidants they contain fight oxidative stress, help our cells regenerate, and keep our minds young. Haru picked up a blueberry between his fingers and looked at it with new awareness. "So food is like medicine?" "Exactly," Satoru replied. "But it's not just medicine for the body. When we sit down to eat, we should do so with gratitude, mindful of each bite, of the work that went into producing it, of the land that gave us this gift. In this way, food becomes a form of meditation, an opportunity to nourish our spirit." Haru began to understand. His mind raced, reflecting on how much he had neglected that simple daily act. Every meal he had consumed in a hurry was a missed opportunity to reconnect with himself and the world around him. Want to learn how to make every meal a moment of mindfulness? Stay tuned for more valuable tips. The next day, Satoru took Haru to the monastery kitchen. He placed a basket of fresh spinach in front of him. "Today, we will prepare a meal together. But before we begin, let's stop and think. Every leaf you touch is a gift. Spinach is full of nutrients that strengthen the body and protect the eyesight. In Buddhism, we believe that the body is the temple of the spirit. If we don't take care of it, how can we hope to achieve true wisdom?" As they washed and prepared the vegetables, Satoru continued to explain. "Spinach is like a guide. It works silently, protecting our hearts, improving circulation, and giving us strength. Each leaf is an act of generosity from the earth." Haru listened attentively, but in his heart he still didn't fully understand how food could affect his inner peace. However, he followed his teacher's advice, preparing each dish carefully, in silence, focused only on that moment. During the meal, Satoru looked up at Haru and asked, "What did you learn today?" Haru was silent for a moment, searching for the right words. "I learned that each bite is an opportunity to be present, to recognize the connection between body and spirit." Satoru nodded. "Exactly. Every meal is a moment of gratitude, a meditation that connects us to the earth and to our existence, and this allows us to face the challenges of life with more serenity and awareness. Mindfulness can transform even the simplest moments of our day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to discover other useful practices on your path to inner peace." The days passed, and Haru continued to follow Satoru's teachings. Every morning they went to the garden together, tended the plants, picked the fruits, and prepared simple but nutritious meals. Slowly, Haru began to feel a change within himself. It wasn't just the food that nourished him, but the very act of mindfully cultivating, preparing, and consuming. One day, Haru approached Satoru with a thoughtful expression. "Master, I have begun to feel the peace you spoke of, but there is still a part of me that resists. How can I overcome this restlessness that still persists?" Satoru smiled, as he always did, with infinite patience. "Peace, Haru, is not a permanent state. It is a journey, an ongoing process. Every day our bodies change, as does our minds. We must learn to accept this change and nourish ourselves not only with food, but with kindness, compassion, and patience." Haru nodded slowly, realizing that his search for inner peace was not a one-time goal, but a journey to be lived day by day. Every meal, every breath, every step, Haru said with a new awareness, is an opportunity to practice mindfulness. If you too are looking for guidance in cultivating your daily mindfulness, leave a comment below and share your experience. "That's right," Satoru replied. "And remember that nourishment is not just for the body. You must also nourish your spirit with moments of silence, reflection, and gratitude. Every dish you prepare, every plant you grow, is a reflection of your inner practice." The sun was starting to set, and shadows were lengthening in the garden. Haru sat next to his teacher, watching the sunset with new eyes. In that moment, he understood that serenity was not something to be grasped forcefully, but to be cultivated slowly, like a plant growing under the sun. True wisdom lies in the daily practice of mindfulness. Don't miss out on other precious teachings. Sign up now to stay updated. His journey had just begun, but he already felt a new lightness in his heart. He had learned that true nourishment came not only from food, but from every small act of awareness he chose to perform. And so, day after day, Haru continued to live following Satoru's teachings, learning to see every meal, every breath, every gesture as an opportunity to cultivate inner peace. It was not an easy process, but with patience and dedication, Haru began to find the balance he was searching for. As time passed, even the young monks in the village began to follow Haru and Satoru's example. The monastery garden became a sacred place, not only for the food it produced, but for the wisdom it taught. Let every day be a new opportunity to cultivate your awareness and inner wisdom. The journey has just begun, and we are here to accompany you. The lesson was simple. Everything, even the smallest, can become a path to enlightenment if approached with awareness and gratitude. And in that garden, in every leaf and fruit, lived the ancient wisdom of nourishing the body and spirit.